Okay, today we're looking at Module 1, Lesson 28, and we're continuing to solve for STEM problems. But we're going to look at them a little differently. I'm not going to be able to record the whole lesson because you will be working independently, playing this activity that I prepared. It's not Jeopardy, I'll explain in a minute. 3, 2, 1. But I will record the blog to introduce the lesson and show an example. All right, so we keep talking about all these Black Friday sales, Cyber Monday sales that are coming up next week. So if an item is discounted 20%, the sale price is what percent of the original price? Now think of it, we have the original price of the item that we're buying, okay? So think about cutting the whole price into two sections. We have the 20% that we're taking off. Okay, that part's taking off. I don't have to deal with that. What do I have to focus on? How much is left of the whole price? 20% comes off. Right, 80%. And what does that 80% represent? Hang on, I'll help you in a minute. I don't want you to miss the lesson. What does, if this is 80% off, 20% off, that 20% off is my discount. What is the 80%? Right, that's my sale price. That's the part that I'm paying. Yeah, it's nice to know how much I'm saving. My husband always laughs when we go to Kohl's, and they always circle on the receipt, you saved $325. And my husband goes, yeah, great, I saved $325, but how much did I actually pay? How much? They don't want to tell you what your total price was. They just want, oh, look how much you saved. But really, we're not focusing on what we're saving. When I go to the store, I want to focus on how much am I really paying? Do I have enough money? Is this still a good price? So they're trying to show you how much you're saving. Yeah, but how much am I writing my check for? Let's get to the bottom line. What is this thing going to cost me? So let's take a look. If I was buying something that was $400 that we probably don't need anyway. TV. Okay? Maybe a smaller TV. Shh. Boys, stay with me, please. So we have time for the activity. So, if the original price of the item is $400, how much is the dollar amount of the discount? And, all right, so we know we have to start with is over of equals percent over 100. If you would rather use part and whole, you can do that too. Okay, hopefully you added this to your notes because we know that everything out is 100% minus 20%. All right, so back to that. So now, if it's a 20% discount and the original cost of the item is $400, that's how I set up my formula to solve it. So now we have to find the equivalent ratio. So how do I get from 100 to 400? Times 4. So if I do that to the denominator, I have to do that to the numerator. So 20 times 4 is 80. All right, yeah. What is that $80? What is that $80? $80, I can see here, that $80 has to do with my 20%. So what is my $80? Yeah, that's my discount. That's what they're taking off. Okay? Yeah, I'm saving $80. That's nice. What are you charging me? What is this thing going to cost me? How many clams am I shelling out here? So if the original price was $400 minus my $80 discount,
it's $320.
So $320 is my sale price. That's how much I'm paying. Now, I don't know about you. I'm in the store. It's crowded. It's hot. I'm hungry. My kids are going, Mom, buy me this. Mom, I want this. I'm bored. I want to go home. Buy me this. Buy me that. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have time in the store. Okay, 20% off. Then subtract it. Instead of figuring out the discount off and then subtracting it from the original price, why am I focusing on what I'm paying, what I'm not paying? Instead of focusing on the 20% that's coming off that I'm not paying, why don't I just focus on the part that I am paying? So what part of it am I paying? If they're taking 20% off, what percent am I really paying? I'm paying 80%. So why don't I just figure out what is 80% of the item? Why don't I just figure out the part that I'm paying? So, times 4, times 4. So, 80 times 4 is 320. Same thing. Sale price. That's the same thing. So when we're looking at discounts, we could look at it two ways. We can find the discount off, or we can find the part that we're paying. Think of that original price tag that we cut into two pieces. So for today's activity, we have a chart here, and that's the chart that I made on the bulletin board. And this is the chart that I gave you a new worksheet for, so there's no Where Waldo work. You could organize your work. Now stay with me. I want to go over this with you. So we have a list of items that we're going to buy on sale. And then we got hungry and went to the snack bar. Okay? Keep the kids happy and the husband. So we have the original price, the sale price, and the amount of the discount. What do we know about the sale price and the discount? The sale price and the discount, if I do what, I get what?
If you add them together, you get the original price.
Right. My sale price plus my discount should equal my original cost. That's the first thing that we need to think about when we're filling in this table. You're going to notice there's a bunch of spots missing. I'm going to come around and give you the answers. Everybody's going to get a card with an answer. So when you find the answer that's on your card, you can come up to the bulletin board and put it on the bulletin board in the right spot. So let's continue looking at this chart, what else we have to do. What do we know about the percent saved and the percent paid? What do we know about those two things? It's 20% off. How much do we pay? Think about that opening question. Look at your notes. I wrote it on the top of the note sheet.
If you add this together, you're going to get 100.
Right. So your, God bless you, your percent saved plus your percent paid should equal 100, because the whole is 100%. Your 100% gets broken into two parts, saved and paid. So these two columns should always equal $100.
Here's an answer. Do the last two columns first.
If you know the saved, you know the paid. These should equal 100%. Now these are going to help you. Now we all know that our original price is our whole. The sale price is our part. And our discount is a part. And we know that we also need a percent. When we're setting these up, we have part, whole, percent over 100. Always, always, always. But if we have 2%, which percent are we going to use? So I asked you to take out 2 different colored highlighters or colored pencils. So what did we figure out from our opening example? Our sale price, is our sale price the percent saved or is it the percent paid? The sale price, when I paid $320 for that thing, was that my percent saved or my percent paid? Right, so my sale price and my percent paid go together. So you can highlight those the same color on your table. What about my discount? Is my discount my percent saved or my percent paid? Right, the discount is the percent saved. So when you're trying to find the amount of the discount, you're going to need your percent saved, right? Because that's the part coming off. The percentage coming off is the discount coming off. Your sale price is the percentage that you're paying. So here are the 2 formulas that are going to help you, and I suggest that you write them down. So we said that the discount we did in pink. So the discount, that's the formula that you'll use when you're finding the discount. This is the formula that you'll use when finding the sale price. So write those down. You can write those right in your module on page 125 since you might not have room on the note sheet that I gave you. Okay? So at this point, let's just take a peek at number 1, and then I'll let you get started on your own. Okay? I'll come back to this in a second. So for number 1, we're trying to find the sale. We have the sale price and the percent saved. What is my percent paid? Right. So which percentage do I need? I don't know my original price. So that's my X. I don't know my original price. That's my X. We're doing the television together. You should be in your notes. Now I'm paying $800. That's only part of the total cost. Is my $800 sale price, is that the percent saved or the percent paid? The sale price is the percent paid. So I need to use my 80% to solve that. Okay? So continue to work on the table. I'll come around and hand out the cards, and then you can come put them up on the bulletin board. Whatever we don't finish, I definitely suggest trying it for homework. You don't have to, but it's good practice for Friday's quiz. Okay, and we'll put up all the answers tomorrow.